Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to talk about something that is a little more different than the vlogs that I normally do, but we're going to try it out just to see if it works. Okay, so I have a boyfriend who is very into shooting, the NRA, hunting, stuff like that, and so occasionally he will post things on Facebook from the NRA and stuff like that. Normally I'll click the link, read the article, no big deal. But the other day he posted one and I just kind of looked over it. I was busy, I didn't think about it, and later that night he brought it up again and we were talking and he was like, "You really should read it." So I go to read it, and then as I'm reading the article I can't help but think that nerdfighteria is definitely, this is something that I should share with everyone. Now, if you're not into animal rights or if you don't agree with hunting or shooting or guns, I would suggest you just click away now. It's okay. My view count won't suffer. Just leave, because I'm about to get very controversial on this subject. So, in the Pacific Ocean, there's a little island about 83 square miles of land, and it used to be privately owned, but now it was sold to the National Park Service in like 1986. And it was cattle property before. It was mostly used for cattle and sheep and hogs and stuff like that, and it was primarily just used for animal purposes. I don't think many people lived there. It was just for animals. And when it was sold to the National Park Service, there was legislation that brought this huge, almost like extermination of the animals, because they were just wrecking the island and wrecking the ecosystem. And in like the late 90s or the early 90s, late 80s, they ended up just absolutely exterminating the whole feral hog population. And I'm not going to spend time on this video and explain to you why feral hogs are horrible to an ecosystem. Just look it up. You'll understand. They eat everything. They are very opportunistic feeders. They feed whenever they can find something, and they eat whatever. They eat plants, they eat animals, they eat anything. So they just destroy ecosystems. So it's justifiably so that they got rid of the feral hogs. But now in December, at the midnight tide, on December 31st, they're wanting to pretty much exterminate all of the beautiful elk and mule deer. And I'll put a picture of an elk right here, and I'll put a picture of a mule deer right here. And you can see they're gorgeous animals. They should not be killed. And it's a shame to see a whole species just go to waste. So here's what I'm thinking. I hunt. I know I'm probably going to get some haters for that, but I do hunt, and I love shooting, and I love guns. And my first thing is, it doesn't make sense to me why we're killing all these animals that are perfectly good meat. They're perfect animals. They're beautiful. And number one, the economy is so bad right now. Why don't the government sell tags to let people hunt these animals? And not only are we actually using them for their meat and they're not going to waste, but that's also a huge economical resource. You're talking thousands of dollars of tags that you could sell to hunters, not to mention the money that you could also make by hiring people to lead people out to the land and showing people and guiding people to the good spots to hunt. It is a huge economical resource that we could be using. And so I'm pretty upset about this. He's pretty fired up about it, and we both are very, I guess you could say, I don't know the word. We're both passionate about this, and I know that a lot of people aren't going to agree with this. If I have anyone who's big on animal rights, they're going to be like, "Well, no, you can't kill the animals." Well, they're going to die anyways. That's bluntly put. On December 31st, these animals are going to die anyways. Why let them go to waste? So, if you're watching this and I have sparked your attention whatsoever, there is something we could possibly do. At the bottom of this article that I'm going to link down here that explains this all in more detail, you can click on the link to contact your state representatives or your senators and email them, write them, tell them that this isn't right. Tell them that they should stop this, because this is wrong. This is really, really wrong, not only for the economy, but also for these animals. They don't deserve to just go to waste. They don't deserve to be mindlessly killed for no reason. And in nerdfighteria, we call it decreasing world suck. In the world, we just call it making a difference. So I encourage you to make a difference. Thanks, guys. See you soon. DFTBA.